Hey, Dr. Berg here again. Today we're going to talk about the 7 visible signs that you have hormonal imbalance. And you could see these things very easily when you look in the mirror. At the end of this video, you're going to be able to look across the room and observe something and pretty much know if that person has too much of a certain hormone or not enough. Let's first start out with the thyroid gland. Your thyroid gland is like right here. It's like 2.5 inches wide. The thyroid is a small gland, but it controls your metabolism. If these hormones are too high, your eyes are actually going to start bulging out. Your metabolism is going to be very fast to the point where you're going to lose a lot of weight. This is not a good thing because it's going to be a very unhealthy weight loss. And you might see a lot of sweating with a hyperthyroid problem. On the flip side, if the thyroid is not working enough, that's called a hypothyroid condition. This is going to cause more weight gain. And the hair, you're going to see that the hair is going to be thin, it's going to be dry. 90% of hypothyroidism is a type of thyroid problem that is related to the immune system. It's called Hashimoto's. It's an autoimmune condition where your own body is creating antibodies against your own thyroid, destroying it, creating an underactive thyroid coming from the immune system. A very important thing about that condition is to avoid gluten from grains. You need to take more selenium. You can get enough selenium from having one Brazil nut. Selenium also improves the immune system, and so does vitamin D. So you're going to need high doses of vitamin D3 for Hashimoto's. Let's move to number 2, which is androgens. One is testosterone, and the other is DHT. If there's too much androgen, you're going to get acne around your jawline, around your back, and both men and women. In women, their voice is deeper, more facial hair, and they will also start noticing receding in the top part of their hair, versus if men have too much androgens, they'll start having male pattern baldness. So this is why it's so important to avoid carbohydrates, sugars, starches, and also not to eat so frequently. On the flip side, if someone doesn't have enough androgen, let's say men, if they're low in testosterone, they're going to get lowered amount of muscle. Men will also lose hair on the bottom part of their legs if they don't have enough testosterone. The other thing is to avoid plastics. So you want to get a really good water filter because that's where most people get their plastics from, city water. Let's move to number 3. Cortisol. Cortisol is a stress hormone, and if it goes too high, you're going to get cortisol face, like a round face. I used to have that. If there's too much cortisol, you could get like a buffalo hump on the back part of your neck. You'll tend to gain weight in your midsection. In females, a lot of times you'll see exaggerated stretch marks from too much cortisol. Cortisol will age you. It makes your skin thin and wrinkly. Number 4 is estrogen. What happens when the estrogen goes high? Your face will be puffy. You might see spider veins in the legs, skin tags, and something called melasma, which is this pigmentation thing on your skin. You might see little patches of a darker complexion. But you can also see estrogen dominance from someone on birth control pills or estrogen replacement therapy. What happens when your estrogen goes down during menopause, for example? The skin and collagen start to disappear. This is why you start looking older, or you get wrinkles, or the skin looks thinner. You also have to realize that estrogen comes from cholesterol. So if you're on something that lowers cholesterol, or you're on a low-fat diet, that could be a major reason why your estrogen also is excessively low. Number 5, growth hormone. Typically, if your growth hormone declines too much, it's just going to make you look older, and it's also going to affect your muscle. When growth hormone goes down, we gain weight, especially in the midsection. A couple things to know about growth hormone to increase it. It's the intensity of the exercise. So sprinting or anything high intensity, short duration. Also, keeping your carbs low will help increase your growth hormone. Also, sleeping more can help your growth hormone because the majority of your growth hormone occurs when you're sleeping. This is another reason why some people age more quickly. Their sleep is poor. If your sleep is poor, you are going to look older. Number 6, progesterone. When progesterone goes up, it's actually very, very rare. Probably have some mild fluid retention. A much more common problem is when it goes too low, which is super common. Those symptoms would be a puffy face. The person will look dull and tired. and sometimes have acne. Number 7, insulin. What visual signs occur when your insulin is too high? Well, number 1, you're gonna have a midsection that's gonna stick out. You're gonna have belly fat that no matter what, you can't get rid of it. Skin tags, swollen eyes. If we shift gears to low insulin, that's when you're actually losing too much weight, but again, not in a healthy way. You see this in a type 1 diabetic. Then we have an issue of craving for carbs, being hungry all the time. The big thing that triggers insulin is sugar and starches, as in bread, pasta, cereal, crackers, biscuits, waffles, pancakes, and also just the frequency of meals. This is why telling someone to consume a balanced diet or this concept of everything in moderation is the worst advice ever. Out of all these hormonal imbalances, the one that I see most commonly as a problem is too much cortisol. How to bring it down naturally and keep it normal. So watch this video right now. Hey, before you leave, I just wanted to give you a little quick history on some of the books that I wrote. This was one of the first books. It's called Dr. Berg Body Shapes. It was my attempt at writing about body types. What was very interesting about this book is I actually did all the images myself. Don't ask me why. They look actually not quite as professional as some of the images that I have in the new book. But anyway, this is my first attempt right here called Dr. Berg's Body Shape Diets. And then I wrote a book more extensive called The 7 Principles of Fat Burning. I don't even have a copy anymore, actually, because it's outdated. The next book, I put about 1,000 hours into this one right here called The New Body Type Guide. Major updates on the body types. I put a lot of energy into this. It has professional images, graphics, all sorts of things. Now, the problem with this book is it doesn't really describe what this is really about. Body types are only a small portion of what's in this book. And that's why I changed the name to the Healthy Keto Plan, okay? If you happen to have this book, you don't really need this book because there's some only very, very minor updates. But if you don't have this, you need to get this one right here. This book goes into every single detail that you would ever want to know about. It goes into the 7 principles of fat burning. It goes into hormones, the body types, the basic keto plan. It goes into intermittent fasting. I talk about the 10 fat burning triggers and blockers and fat burning strategies with a lot of details in every single chapter. I go into body issues that interfere with losing weight. There's very few people that just have a weight problem. They have a lot of body issues, whether it's sleeping problems, stress problems, inflammation, menopause. I cover that extensively in this book. Then I talk about how to get rid of stress, and I show you a technique. Then I get into exercising. And then I have a lot of really good recipes in this book as well. So this is a good reference guide. On my website, if you get this book, you get this one free. It's called Healthy Keto Intermittent Fasting. This is the shortcut, quick guide to this book. And the reason I created this book is to have you, within 45 minutes, learn how to do keto, okay, in intermittent fasting, exactly what you need to do. Then you can fill in the blanks with this book right here. So right now I'm doing a special. If you get this book, you get this one totally free, or you can go to Amazon and get these individually. So I just want to clarify the difference between this book and this updated one right here. If you don't have this, you need to get this right here. That way you can get the exact correct information to do it healthily.